which slope represents the resistance R1 and R2. So R1 and R2 are in this diagram. So they're connected to L1 and L2 respectively. So we have to decide on which slope. There are two slopes over here. Which slope will represent R1 and which slope will represent R2. So pause and think over, because again this is just a explanation. So if you understood the concept, then you'll be able to answer, right? If not, you're not learned it properly. So I'm writing down the clue. People are thinking, continue to think. Okay, done. So fill in the blanks. Check if it's an IV graph or VI graph. So this is an IV graph, right? Slope of an IV graph gives you what? Slope of an IV graph gives you, what does it give you? Conductance, if not reverse of resistance. Imagine some values. Next thing is we need to imagine some values. So we can draw a line. Whenever you have to do this, just take some random line along the x and y axis, which is cutting both basically. I mean, along the, you can just take one from the x axis, draw a line which cuts both the slope, and from there just project it onto the y axis. So we'll imagine this to be 5 volts, or much easier, 10 volts. So this current, say this is 2 volts and 2 ampere, and we can imagine this to be 5 ampere. Now, so here R, whatever this is, R1 or R2, we don't know. R will be 10 by 2, that is 5. This R will be 10 by 5, that is 2. So obviously this has to be what? At least now you have to tell. Should this be less? I mean, is it less or this is less? Obviously this is less, right? Amongst this, which is less? Remember, it offers resistance, means less current. So which offers less current? R2. The least current is offered by R2. That's why this is glowing less. Means this value has to be very high. That's why it's offering a lot of resistance and this is not able to glow. So this is your R2 and this is your R1. That's all. All you have to do is this. Okay. So slope 1 represents resistor 1. Slope 2 represents resistor 2, resistance 2. No, resistor 2. Okay. So think and pause and think over. Whoever wants to write, you guys can write it down.